Hey, what's up, sweaties? How you guys doing? Today is a surprise DGD, which is where I play different games throughout the stream, on days I don't normally stream. And today, we're going to be getting into some goodies that we left off from yesterday. So that means some more Unreal Engine 5 development, some Star Wars Battlefront 2, and Star Wars Empire at War, Awakening of the Clone Wars Mod Edition. We're gonna begin it because, yo, we got this knowledge. Close this. Got knowledge that we've been trying to figure out. One of those things is water buoyancy. And that's something that we kind of figured out, but we need to test on a specific object, which is gonna, well, maybe we'll put them on objects. We're finding some weird stuff about it that just doesn't line up with the video that we watched. That's just unfortunate game development sometimes, where you legit one-to-one on the dude's code, and guess what? It doesn't work the same. And I have to implement a fix on mine to make it work the way that's working on his video. Which makes no sense. So they must have changed something, or... oh no. I guess I did something wrong, but I went through, we looked, we spent the whole stream yesterday, looking through that thing, and we didn't find anything else that I did different besides my fix, which then fixed it. And then other values that he inputted are way lower than what we need. Don't know, but the main thing is, will it actually work on the main thing that we want this for? And especially try to experiment with the water plugin, the new Unreal Engine 5. Because the reason why we're trying to do this is to learn the Unreal Engine 5 landscape capabilities. Which, speaking of landscapes, let's go in. Actually, I'm going to move the maps back. I don't like this. Yeah, Sweaty Devs, I apologize. I moved the map. I'm going to move it right back. I'm not going to do it right now, though. But I'll do that. Because I want to get in and figure this out. Actually, I could move it right now. Could I move it? Because it's like, I thought about it more. It's better just to have, like, maps. Because I just want to go immediately into the map folder. And to do that, it's got to be the main map folder. So it's going to be, like, maps, then factions, and then allies. Because that still is needed. I just try to have it in the assets folder, but because that still is needed. I just try to have it in the assets folder, but I almost did it right there. Just like went right to it. And I tried to delete files. I call them ghost files. Hold up, we were laggy because of that. Why is everything water? For it? Wait for it. And we're in the clear. Oh yeah, move it. Oh no, because I gotta get out of it again. Well, I'm already in it. Too late. I'll fix that. So why is... it's interesting that they're like, hey, we have technology to whatever thing you go on, it's going to keep your scalability settings, like project. Why is there something not for, like other stuff like that? It's just for like the scalability settings, which is annoying. That's okay. But we have this water, and then let's see. There we go. Buoyancy is activated. But as you can see, we have some problems with small objects, but it's mainly value-based. Which is interesting, because of, like, the system's not really that great, but it works the best. Because the way that I would do it would only make it where it could float like this, and not actually spin around and be able to float the right way. You know what I mean? Like, do that where, like, it moves. It would just stay hovered, and if it tries to flip, it probably would just upright flip over again. But we have something that technically could flip over and heavy enough where you can't just, like, outright move it. Because the main thing is we want amphibious vehicles, which is a vehicle that could just slowly go into the water and then go across and go up. That's the main point. Nothing really kind of this small. It's going to be, like, bigger in this way. So we have to really test that. And in our test set, we're gonna get our stuff. But before we do that, because we're about to dive into the, hey, sweaty devs, get the sweaty dev hat on, and the I'm Gaming lab coat, we're going into the tunnels of the Unreal Engine to try to figure this. Also, the landscape, oh, that looks so good. Look how good that looks. Even, like, funny enough, even without it, like, the texturing, it still looks great. That's the funny thing is, if we were to do the texturing, that would look like far distance. And you'd see, like, little bushes and trees, you know, like, stuff on top that would, like, break up the smooth silhouette of landscape. Like, if someone, like, went up here, you would see their silhouette. But that looks so good. And when you go up, it's okay, but it's not the, well, it's lower, so you don't see the full landscape, which annoys me, because of the height fog. Because of how the height fog works, which we don't fully have set up properly. But yeah, this is 100 km map. This is France. This is Normandy. Right? Is this part all of Normandy, or is it like the whole section here? Because this is Omaha, Utah, St. Marguerite de Mountain, Quarantine. Long time. But let's get into that. Yo, shout out to the sweaties. Hope you had some fantastic day today. Welcome, welcome. Yo, it's great to see you, Little John. It's great to see my sweaty lurkers. How you doing, gamer? And all to in my VOD watchers, we got some goodies to get in today. Also, yeah, is this your music? Yeah, something I've been just a little something I've been working on. Just a little something. Because I realized I haven't really been showing that stuff a lot. So I was like, damn, why not? A little something recently. The first one, yeah. But also, yo, love the background, and hope you have a great sweaty day. I appreciate you. Got some awesome stuff done. I was trying to get some other stuff, well, captured, but I'm gonna wait to do that, which is okay. In regards to the Sweat Lounge, and then the VIP Sweat Lounge, which is, well, the Sweat Lounge, almost done. VIP Sweat Lounge, still kind of mainly under heavy construction. But it's okay. And then some OZ256 dominoes that I placed today. Figuratively. But you could also say literally. Because it does, like, hey, you place a texture, or you build a texture, place a texture, then, like, in the files, then you take the texture and place it on the object. You could consider that all dominoes. Place, 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 and then you, like, pressing them is completing the whole action, and then it's all done. So it's unfortunate for dominoes. Unlike dominoes, you can't really see it. Also, why is this glowing? I'm noticing this is a pretty glowy. Oh, that's because of the underwater thing, right? Yes. Yeah, it's not there. I'm like, why is that so weird looking? Let's get our BP vehicle. And theoretically, we should be able to just get right in and drive. Because of the settings that is on. Because here in I'm Gaming, you will not only be able to see Winston Churchill across, but wearing the textures. Yeah, dude, that's weird. Hold up. I have high textures on, so go low, medium, high? No, so those... Man, weird. Unreal Engine, since Unreal Engine 5.4, I've been noticing this bug. Because that's also with the other stuff. Oh, but yeah, the ghost textures and files, I try to delete, they won't. Unless I do some weird, like, I just basically go to each folder to where the directory is, because sometimes it's not the main folder, and then clear the directories. Because if you clear all directories on the unless they fixed it on the content folder in the old way, because I haven't had that ghost file thing happen in a minute. So, it's even confusing. In OC256, there's still one ghost file, it's a folder. I've tried to do it in any type of ghost file. I color just like pure black, and that means like that's an error file. We can't do nothing about it. It's just there forever. We can't do nothing. So even going into the thing, I tried to delete it, still there. So it's what I call ghost files, and that's happened since 5.4. But I haven't had that hardcore one since 5.4. Like 5.4.0. All sick. Not working. I like how things just, like, worked perfectly, and then now doesn't. Is it because the data should be fine? Right? I mean, no, I know it is. It's not like, is it not? It is. So what's going on? How is this just not working now? We haven't touched the vehicle since... Yeah. Oh. Vehicle. Delete. Nice. Now we go in. Oh, actually, hold up. Let me raise it up so. Was sick. Setup's amazing. Appreciate you. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, just a little something. There we go. Okay, so this is without, of course. We perform science here. Oh, wait. And this is our first time performing science with the map, with the vehicles. Wait, this is actually kind of a big moment for us. Legit, this is like, we were not able to do this before. We're now. This is the whole reason why I wanted this map, because literally we need to test stuff like this. And like, okay, let's actually make a map out of it and practice all of our map stuff and learn all the map stuff and do all that stuff and boom, boom, boom. Here we are. We've laid the dominoes and now they're set. Because it's like, okay, we can easily test. Now, because I forgot about it. Yeah, when a vehicle is in water, it should constantly take damage. I completely forgot about that feature. And it's like, oh, well, now we can easily test it. Can I move this? Yeah. Can I bring it out? That'd be funny. Uh-oh. So we had that bug happen again. Can't look up. Wait, can we press F8? Was it F8? Yeah. So remember that downwards force? So what is it doing? It's going to the moon. But why is it, tracing? I thought it would, like, what's, yeah. What are you hitting? Oh, it's technically, I think, hitting itself. Which, oh, wait, maybe that was the problem the whole time. Wait. Maybe. Maybe? The guy I'm looking for? Maybe? I love that. Maybe? Yeah, because now I'm thinking about it, they've been constantly hitting the box, which then constantly pushes it up. So will that, like, fix that? Well, we could, yeah, let's try that again. Because someone is going to be crazy and do something like this to another guy's vehicle, and we're going to allow it. But it's also basically just, let's see if we can break the physics, and we don't want it to break. So if someone was like, let's go do it, which I would... Who would be the person that tried to roadkill an amphibious vehicle? Looking at him. You go flying off a mountain into the water and try to land on top of them. Yeah, people 100% do that. You're like, yo, come here, let me try to drive my vehicle on top of you. Okay, well, the whole thing is like now stuck. Okay, well, it looks well, kind of better. All right. So now we put the test onto here, right? Yes. Now, how would this work? Wait, is this multicast? Hold up, let's see. I haven't tested that either. Let's test that. I don't think it is. It's easy to multicast it, but it is line trace stuff. But we could possibly optimize that. I think there's a few tricks in our sleeve that we could use. Like that. Boop boop. Okay. Definitely not replicated on the movement, because we didn't tell that to be replicated in the first place. But the vehicle is, so that should move if that's in the water. I'm just trying to see. Yeah, literally no interaction. Also, is this moving pretty... That's alright. Well, but it works. Interesting. So, like... Why is the... Okay, then... Okay. This makes me think back to the render layer. Why is the render layer rendering on all clients when we just had that render on per client? Because it is on Event Beacon Play, which we use for the other thing. And we don't use any server-related thing to annihilate or to initiate that thing. And we're doing the same thing here. But this probably works where it's, yeah, it's not replicated. But if we try to do the other thing, it is replicated. I don't understand that. Like the render layer. Where it's like, okay, only this person should be seeing their scope render layer. That 100% is going to be a problem. We haven't added scopes. But the tank has a scope system. So it happens on there where your scope system in the sense that we got a viewport. And you get to see it, and it's actually in 3D, so you'd be like, move it a little bit and like that type of stuff. So that's pretty cool. It renders on all clients. But is it rendering on all clients because it's on my computer? No. Because then theoretically that movement would have been one-to-one on my computer. So no. But because it's replicate, because we would see it different, like we saw those two things floating different. Which means the other stuff should be different, meaning like, all right, start the render layer. Okay, I started it, no server thing. This person started it, all right, render for them. But no, it doesn't do that for some reason. It actually renders it, or for some reason there is some authoritative logic being fired on that render layer. That's so crazy, because like, yeah, I know it wasn't tripping when I was saying something similar when I did that, because I'm like, there's no way. Also, I gotta move a little bit of... Okay, so, line trace... Hold up. I need to get this... I need to test something. Which... Oh, hold up. I could test... I don't have to move it here. Move it here. Is this going to be constantly firing? It should, but we could stop and start timers. Well, that's cool. We have ignore self, so, well, technically is hitting that, but like... So we might have to do a tag system. So it completely stops any type of force being pushed. Oh wait, is this the water one? Oh, it is. Whoops, that was the water one. Okay, no, it is. Alright. So, like, if it's full... How do we know when we get into a specific area? We could have a collision box to start a line trace. So this is not line... Because it's doing a line trace every 0.001 seconds. And that's for any... Well, technically every vehicle's gonna have that. But, like... Actually, yeah. So, okay. Well, this is the prototype system. I knew I was gonna have to modify it for the vehicle. But that's interesting just how much I'm gonna have to modify it for the vehicle, because we're gonna have the thing that starts this trace, which is gonna be a timer event, most likely. Do we? Well, no, because, well, this is a timer event. Remember, hey, sweetie devs, remember the thing? This is the timer logic. Where you got this, goes through here. It's got this branch and all this stuff in here, so it doesn't think it's an infinite loop. And then you do a delay, which you have to, or probably will think it's an infinite loop. And you call it back, and it just keeps doing it nonstop. Until, which it is not an infinite loop, because there is moments where it won't loop. Which is not an infinite loop, but it will loop a lot. Could be near, like, millions of times, but it'll stop on 1,000,001. Which then is not an infinite loop. So, how could I, like... Angular dampening of the vehicle, right, we need to start the line trace. When we start the line trace, the line trace needs to be started based on a Boolean value in the vehicle data. Okay, but I don't know if... We're not going to go that far yet. We just want to see if it's going to work for a vehicle. I could just put the vehicle mesh there, but that's different from then driving it in. I want to see how it is when I drive the vehicle in. So this needs to be put on there. Yes, I could copy the functions, because everything is just in a function, in some variables. Yeah. Alright. So, I'm going to first copy the functions, because copying functions, like, here in the function menu, I find is way better. And then, boom, paste. before copying all your logic that involves that said function. And this one will be, what is this? This is water buoy, water buoyancy, logic. Okay, then variables, we don't need, because variables are easy to kind of make. That's it, right? Yep, copy. Go into here. Where's our vehicle interaction? Begin play. Oh. Oh, that's right. This event begin play is so large, I forgot that. Yeah, this is the event begin play. It's because it's gets set all the data. This could be one function, which looks less like dirty and like, you know, like this. But the thing is, the structure harp is still going to be there. And guess what? We're about to add more strings to it. Let's go. Getting some more notes added. Is buoyant or is amphibious. And the erase stuff. That's okay, because that's the other stuff. I'm gonna paste this here. Wait, where's the trace one? Oh, it's because... Okay, so copy this. Paste. What? Whatever. Oh, no, it's called... Wait, what? Whatever. So copy. Paste. Like, it doesn't recognize a custom event type crap sometimes, which annoys me. So it's like, you want to make a custom event out of it? And you're like, I don't know. Do I? Water begin object class equals script / blueprint graph dot k2 node _ micro instance. I think that's a good name for it. Micro instance k2 blueprint 4-12. We need your help. That's like a joy name. More water buoyancy trace timer logic, which this can be its own function too, but we're putting it here for now. Create variable. Functions are really just kind of nice spice unless you're doing stuff like this, like where you need a function. You don't really need it here, but sometimes you can have it on graph. Be put in define, but or like then when I boom after this to here, and then boom. So it calls it, starts the line trace system. Line trace system is going to look on that, so compile save. Should fix everything. Oh, that's right. Static mesh is not the thing. So the static mesh would be... Which... Oh. I'm thinking... there still is a potential that we might separate the turret's turret. But if we do separate the turret's turret, it's going to be a skeleton. Which means it's all going to be one body still. Yeah, never mind. That could be... Well, yeah, but no, because apparently if you want to have the tank, like, top blow off... You need to have that a separate object, apparently. But I've seen stuff where you can take a skeleton part and, like, make it, I don't know, unparent, or, like, just drop on the ground and move around and stuff. So I don't know how to do that into the Unreal Engine. And, because that would be cool to have that. And if we do, then getting the transform might be a little funky. Especially the get world scale and local bounds might be a little funky with this. If we do that, because it's going to be, like, smaller. So, like, what is that going to do? I don't know. It's going to give us different values, that's for sure. Where's the mesh? Oh. Brilliant. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Get local. Uh-oh. Houston, we got some problemos. It's not static mesh. And this thing's only for static mesh. Not. Get 9. What do we do? Wait, what do we do? Wait. No. Am I really good at to do a different type of system? I mean, I could do it. I was already thinking of how I could, like, redo this if need be. Not that hard. Funny enough. It's just to get the thing to flip over and, like, flip and then float. And then if it gets pushed, it flips and floats on that angle and doesn't reflip to the angle where all the stuff is pointing down. But then there's a way to get, like, if an object's in a certain direction or has been rotated a certain way, so if it equals that, then flip the direction of the line trace upwards or the other direction, so it then does that and, like, flips it. I don't know. That's why, oh no. What do we do? Get local bounds. We need to get the local bounds. Let's go. How to get the local bounds on a skeletal mesh in Unreal Engine 5. I hope I get some. How do I get the bounds of a mesh in local space? I ended up using skeleton. Get imported bounds. Get imported bounds. What? I ended up using skeletal mesh. Oh, get skeletal mesh. Get imported bounds. Oh. Break. Uh-oh. Origin. I don't know, Chief. Bounds? Get bounds of the mesh. Imported plus beyond extension. Weird. Origin, I don't think is going to be what it needs. But maybe. Well, we know where one bug is going to be if this doesn't work. And then we get apply force there, but I saw that that's a problem. Usage of skeletal mesh has been deprecated. Oh. Use skeletal mesh component. Skeletal mesh assets. Oh. What does this cogwheel mean? Editor only. Read the value of a variable. I don't know what that means. Is this an editor only thing? What does that mean? Let's figure that out. What does it mean when a variable is editor only in Unreal 5? It means primarily intended use within an editor environment and won't be included in final build. Who's making this? Okay, maybe component. Mesh component. Get... What is it? I think it's about like maybe the overall, yeah, this component. Use that instead. It's just a warning. But like, bruh. I don't know what the min-max, bruh. It's not gonna work. But we get hey, we got a new error. So when it does this, because it should work. It's just an error, or just a warning. And how do we know? Because they don't even say that it's a warning. They just show a warning icon. That's kind of funny. It should just kind of work. So if I go to one of these, right? Go B, place, delete. Where is it? They're gonna make it instance edible as well? Oh, I do. Okay. And then water, so static mesh. Skeletal mesh. Water has height. Nice. Edible. Save. I'm surprised that didn't error out, but whatever. Oh yeah, we're not even using this technology. I still might use the mass stuff and divide it, but we know that just like that kind of just worked. All right, so water test 1, 2, 3, 4. Here we go. I already can't see him. Is he right here? Where is it? I don't... What? I don't see it. Where is it? I guess I'll just move them. Or oh wait, are these at the 0 position? You hope you're having a fantastic day. I got a bad feeling about this one. Where's World 0? Is this it? I got a feeling it's not doing it correctly. I don't see it. So... Oh, shows, that's right, I get a show 3D widget. That's weird. Kapow save. There it is. It's like, we should be seeing these? I'm like, I knew it. Also, why are these so small? Whatever. Oh, you know why this looks terrible? I just saw it. The LOD system. It was skeletal meshy. So this was a skeletal mesh. I know. Or not skeletal mesh. Nanited. On the skeletal mesh, somehow. When I thought it wasn't, but I guess it was because of how it's freaking out now. At least the LOD looks really great. Probably if you be pushed down even more. Hey, that's kind of good for now. We might need more for like these type of vehicles. I don't know. I'm also going to increase the weight to what these bad boys would kind of be, so... Maybe not, because they don't give me that option? Why? Simulate physics? We won't give you that. Wait. Where is the weight? Mass scale? Wait. I've never noticed that. Wait, really? Simulate physics? Wait, I've never seen this. Wow, okay, so simulate physics can't have that. I never knew that. Normally I don't do this type of stuff for that. Wait. Yes, I have. Yes, I have. I think it can't be because it's already simulating physics via the chaos system. I think that's what's going on. Right? Because, no, I have. An OZ256 out... Actually, no, I have. Oh, there is no mass system. It's in the physics asset. I remember, because remember when I did the books for OZ256 Outbreak and I made them open and stuff? Super cool. Props. And it's all, like, animated and stuff. And how we got the weight of that was to adjust the weight of these. So, what's the total weight of all these? Each one of these could equal 100, which then would equal to like a mass of... How much is this? Can you see a selection? There's nothing that gives you an option, or that gives you like a... Oh, you have selected. Okay, cool. That's crazy. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Well, I guess like... So this is 6. Yeah, so 6, because 2, so just go, you know, boom, 6, 7. So 7, so it'd be 700. Well, we gotta be careful, because they gotta all be evenly weight, because the vehicle is... it's gonna list like it's a boat in water over to the side. Man, I don't know why, but this tank is just leaning to the left. And you got the whole tank just lifted on its side. Like some of those dudes who take the vehicles and like just drive it and like get out on the side and just like hang on it. New feature in I'm Gaming. Nice. We could actually make that. We could actually make that. Because that's how the weight system could work. I guess 2. Yeah, so 2 would be fine. 200. The thing about, like, okay, if we try to weight the vehicles, that's not really accurate, but like, make them heavy, so they can move and stuff. How's it? Oh, got a second window, turn that off. Boom. Play. Okay. Is it floating? I should have looked at that. Yeah, let's, turn this way. Move, and move up a little bit. You can see it if it, well, there's angular dampening. Angular dampening is going to be the thing that slows, yeah, it slows it down. Awesome. See, okay, so that's why, like, it's always going to be running. Okay. Good so far. First testing of this. It's funny because I hear, for some reason, the sounds just keep going randomly. I don't know what that bug is, but yeah, we got this. It all needs to be adjusted with like the, when it kicks into the sound. Let's try to bring it in water. Here we go. cool. Oh, it's the one working. Nice. Oh wait, I can control it with WASD. Oh, that's weird. Get me across. Yes. Get me across. Project Valor's first test of buoyancy. Successful. Nice. Okay. That works. I think we just need to increase the height of the buoyancy. Okay. Now, if I press W, do I go faster into water, or is it just like, it just takes me? I think I'd go faster. It looks like it. Yeah. No way we're making this game. Uh-oh. We got flipping. Oh, that's because it's doing the force effect. Also, wait, it's working, even with the other stuff. So that origin is fine. That's a normal flip effect that we had problems with. So that's okay. That's exactly how the box performs. So, theoretically, yes, it works. Problems do arise still, because it's constantly... I think it technically, because I just went onto the side there, it technically detected it and flung a lot of force up. But that's because it's doing a lot of force on each point. We're not dividing it. So maybe we try to do that first. Which is get the 4 points and divide... Well, I guess I mean, I don't know. Because, like, this is good, but it gives us numbers that we don't really want, and we can have it, so, like, do I just... How do I do this? It would be, like... So, get the mass of the vehicle, divide it by however many points there is on the vehicle. Okay. Actually, hold up. Look out, Jeremy. We have amphibious vehicles. Churchill's on one of them. He's getting in. He just queued into the server. Winston Churchill has joined. Has joined the battle. Now, there must be a thing, like, when they do join, there must be, like, a sound effect or something. That'd be hilarious. So we take this, and we want to multiply it by... this. Or we could keep it there. Plug it in here, because like this value so be good. And then plug this in here. Right? So we get the... Well... Do I want the test height like that? Or do I want to straight up just... plus... I'll make it a variable. Save. Instance edible. Save. Then we'll take that. It could just be a single float value too. But whatever. Plug this in. So we're gonna have here that much. Alright. Now that's divided on each point. So how is it going to float now? I'll mute this. It works. Now it does kind of just... I think I don't have any power to move. Yeah, I don't. Give me there. So it is a little tricky to get up on the surface. Try to recreate that glitch. I just see all the arrows. You know all those green arrows are? with goddamn rockets. Legit. Now, if I press W, I could flip it. So there is force values. So if I like hold W and do some stuff. We're going warp speed! It is going faster. Uh-oh. The testing methods here are exquisite at iamekaj. It's still going faster. We're moving. We're in the air! We're flying. We're out of the water now. Oh, we're in the trees. Oh, it starts spinning back up. Oh, there we go. We're good. Okay. But you know what's funny? The thing that would stop it is the thing that would tell it to completely stop. Which I can think of a thing how to do that, but what's our problem? Well, we can't tell ourselves to stop in the water. It's just all the momentum that we have continues on the water and goes to the other side. But then once you get on a lip, how the vehicle works is that you control it. So like that little tank lip, it actually is like realistic. Like you get that like front, you just start like going on it, and then you start lifting up. The odds have gotten support from Churchill, and just some like H&G jingle. You just hear. Now how can we so with the BP ladder, do we have swimming? We do. There is. Interesting. The Jedi has followed into my trunk. What does swim mode do? Nav mesh walking. Simplified walking on. Oh, interesting. Falling. Swimming. Under the effects of gravity and buoyancy. Oh! There's no way. Wait. Change this back. So I want to... I need to get the character... Wait, so what am I trying to do? I'm trying to... Okay, so when you... And, okay, there's got to be a collision volume. I'm just going to enable it on start to see what it does. Turn off the other thing. What does this do? Get controller. Get... controller. Oh no, do we get character movement? Technically not. We got a vehicle movement system. Set movement mode. Set move. Cast to first person control. So it won't be first person character because that'll be first. That's where we're getting this. So I don't think we can do that because we're not a first person character. We need a movement system, and this is the vehicle component crap. Set movement mode. Well, because, yeah, it's got its own buoyancy stuff, so we have to add our own buoyancy thing. So what does swimming do, then? Because, unfortunately, if we cast the first person... Well, we could... Yeah, we can. There's no movement thing, because we got to get, like, the movement thing, which is only on that. Yeah, so that can't work. So, that's interesting. How is that going to work, then? That's a great question. Actually, hold up. Let me BRB real quick.
JACL の皆様こんにちは。今日も最高のポップミュージックをお届けしていきたいと思います。それでは早速聴いていただきましょう。マクロス8299のセーラーウェーブ。マクロス8299のセーラーウェーブ。
マクロス fuck your bitch。
If you're feeling, then I'm willing. Down.